Flavours of Africa. Unmissable taste, or just something to spit out? Hey, welcome to Planet Mark, the only series on YouTube that's going around the whole of Walt Disney World and reviewing each of the restaurants with our own honest, in-depth review. And today it's Boma Flavours of Africa that's in the firing line. So climb aboard your elephant. I don't have an elephant. And let's go! But before we do though, make sure you've subscribed to Planet Mark and hit our bell notification to be told of the next great upload. And if you want to shout out in the next video, just stay till the end where I'll tell you exactly how you can do it. But also check out our links in the description box below for super cheap Disney Orlando vacation essentials. But back to today, we're going to be having a look at the cost, atmosphere, food, menu, and giving it our final verdict to tell you what we think of this restaurant. But first, let's take a quick look at the history of Boma. Located on the ground floor of Animal Kingdom Lodge, this serves as the Lodge's home buffet. This restaurant goes alongside Mera and Chico. We've already done a video on Chico, so if you want to check that out straight afterwards. This restaurant really focuses on the flavours of Africa, hence the name. So it's not a character dining experience because they want you to be focusing on the food, unlike Chef Mickey's where it's a character dining experience, and Crystal Palace and most other buffet restaurants at Disney, even Tusker House, which is another character dining experience we've done. But what does the word Boma actually mean? What Boma is a bunch of sticks that have been fashioned together to make some kind of African looking fence. But more about that later. Breakfast is 7:30 till 11 AM. Dinner is 5 PM till 9:30 AM. The cost of this restaurant is, for breakfast, is $2 signs, so guests are expected to pay anywhere between $15 to $35 per person per meal. And for dinner, it goes up to a $3 sign restaurant, which means guests are expected to pay $35 to $60. But unlike most other buffet restaurants, they do vary quite significantly, which we'll look into the menu in a bit. But let's now take a look at the atmosphere. Okay, so remember earlier, a minute ago, when I told you what a Boma was? If you don't remember, then the rest of this isn't really going to make much sense. But I didn't lie to you, I told you we'd come back to it, and we have. So the Bomas actually lead you into the restaurant in the little walkway beforehand, and there's Bomas all around the restaurant of Boma. How many times can Planet Mark say Boma? Boma. So as soon as you get in there, you're going to definitely be able to see the kind of open air market kind of feel that they're going for, but indoorsy, from the low walls to the oversized jars that dress up the pillars. There's even a weird pattern on the ceiling, which kind of makes you feel like when you're in Africa, when you see those kind of African sunblocks to stop up the sun, because I'm not been to Africa, but I know it's super hot. And there's even cute statues of animals by the seating area, so you can eat with statues of cute little animals. You can now join me for a massive R. 3, 2, 1. Oh. And if we look at the chairs, they're all wooden and rustic. They may look not the most comfortable, but trust me, they are. And they're all mismatched as well. That's kind of like a general style that they should have for the whole of the hotel and all of the Animal Kingdom restaurants, is that whole mismatched kind of feel towards it, which it works really, really well. I mean, I hope that's what they were going for, and it wasn't just like, "So Bob, how many chairs did you order?"
4.
4? God damn it, Bob, you did it again! Just go grab some chairs from the other restaurants, and no one will notice. Yeah, so wooden tables and wooden chairs, which are in the seating area. Once nearer to the Boma, the chairs and tables there are all metal and colourful. I suppose that's to really kind of emphasise the contrast between Boma and the rest of the restaurant, the whole wooden feeling. Well, at least, again, that's just me thinking how I think. So now on to the food quality. Boma is a table service buffet style restaurant with an African twist. So if you're looking for something new or African, then this definitely is the place for you. So now for the menu. Let's take a look at the menu. Let's take a look at breakfast first. So appetizers, fresh fruit, make your own yogurt, spinach salad, smoked salmon, and cheese selections. Not just one cheese, you get a whole selection, so that's at least 2 cheeses. So entrees, omelettes, pancakes, French toast, bread pudding, hand-carved ham and turkey, waffles, quinoa, sweet plantains, peel my plantain, oat grilled asparagus and tomatoes, and breakfast potatoes. I suppose potatoes can be served at any time of the day, even breakfast. So next, dinner. There's so much more offered for dinner, but I suppose that's where the extra dollar comes in. So let's look at first the soups and stews. I'm not going to read them out because there's so many soups and stews for you to look at. There's just, if you're a soup or stew fan, don't worry, they've got you sorted. From curried concoctions to oxtail soup classic, they've got you covered. As well as salads as well, they've got such a massive array of salads and like vinaigrette, like toppings and chicken and turkey, weird stuff like that. If you like salads, soups, stews, you're sorted. Entrees. Pup and chicalia, which is some kind of spicy relish and some mushy oatmeal thing. Whole Durban style roasted chicken, whole roasted salmon, babuti, slow roasted ribs, roasted turkey, pork shoulder, spiced crusted beef sirloin, spiced sweet potatoes and fufu, interesting name. Sides, couscous, keel rice, plantain crisps, mashed potatoes, peanut rice, coconut rice, Zulu cabbage. The desserts, finally, key lime cheesecake, coconut cheesecake, cinnamon chocolate mousse, guava poppacotta, apple cobbler, assorted cookies, Kenyan coffee tart, bread and butter puddings. Disney really loves their bread and butter puddings, and finally an interesting classic, zebra domes. Note, these things that I've just read out on this menu, they're kind of on rotation, so your favourite might not actually be there if you go there. Again, they're always changing it, and it just seems to be a bit random. It's not like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, this. It's just all random, probably depending on what they've got on stock at the time. So just kind of bear that in mind when going. You'll be like, but Planet Mark said this was going to be there. It's on rotation, it's there, it might not be there that day, so just bear that in mind. The only thing I will say about the menu is because of the rotations, everything, personally I find this a bit of a limited menu because I don't really like vegetables. I'm very picky with my food. I'm a very fussy eater. If you're a fussy eater, you might have some difficulty with this place. I mean, if you're one of those people that can quite literally eat anything, be like,
dude, you're eating glass.
I know, adds to the texture. This is the part of the section where those that are big fans of this series will know that this is where I go on about the character dining experience. However, there isn't any character dining experience for Boma. That's because, like I said before, it kind of works as well. It's because they really want you to be focusing on the flavours. That's what you're there for. You're there for the food. Focus only really on the food. That's why I suppose the atmosphere is fairly minimalistic as opposed to some of the other restaurants, but really you're there for the food, tasting that food and those weird spices, those African concoctions that you're there for. I would say this works quite well as a non-character dining experience, so good one, Disney. And finally, the Planet Mark verdict. So those that are fans of our series by now, you already know our system. If not, go check it out afterwards. We've got loads of great restaurants, the classic Disney restaurants that we've already reviewed, but we're going to be getting the atmosphere, the cost, the food, what's on the menu, and finally putting in this big old mixing bowl and then telling you what we think. And I'm going to put Boma Flavours of Africa in do once. It's an interesting taste. So if you like African food, definitely try to get that advanced dining reservation because there's so much for you to try and love, possibly. You never know, you might just like it. One thing I will say though is you saw the difference between breakfast and dinner, so maybe if you're a bit like, on the fence, will I like it? I don't know. Maybe go for breakfast first, as it's a cheaper option and it's not too different as though, it's still got those classics like pancakes, waffles for you to try, as well as African twists. So you can kind of try out whether you'd like it, and if you do, next trip, go for dinner. But for me personally, just look at the menu, there's too many things which I don't like. I don't really like soups, don't really like stews, definitely don't like salads, no on the vegetables, but the meat I do like. It's just some of the other, it's just too weird for me, it's too fussy, I'm too fussy, I'm a fussy eater. It's a problem with me and I'm trying to work on it, guys. But that's what I'm saying, but it's certainly, definitely try it once just to see. I mean, you can't really knock it till you've tried it, so definitely try it at least once. But that is just my opinion. I want to hear what's your opinion. Tell me what's your opinion about Boma, the Flavours of Africa, in the comment section below. Did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? Remember to subscribe to Planet Mark first and hit our bell notification to be told of the next great upload. And if you want to shout out in the next video, it's really easy. Just tell me in the comments again which restaurant I should review next. And check out our links in the description box below whilst you're at it for Disney Orlando Vacation Essentials. Share and like this video. Follow us on Twitter at PlanetMarkVlog or Facebook.com/PlanetMarkVlog or brand new food yummy Instagram at Disney.Dreamer_UK. See you in the next one, guys. Bye.